Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday the 4th of September. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today, we have got half stake day focused solely on the 4 big field handicaps at York. So that is what we're going to do. £10. I've done it as 3 bets. I've done it as kind of 3 little bets across £10 to keep it interesting. Before that, we'll do a review of yesterday and we'll have a quick word on the golf at the end because the golf ain't going very good at all. But yeah, next couple of days it's a bit like returning to the scene of the crime. So we're back at York. The crime there was we got absolutely done over, and then tomorrow, start of next week, we've got a couple of days at Galway, which is where we stuck one in the eye to the bookies. So whether or not we can repeat either, so today be terrible, tomorrow be brilliant, or the other way around, it don't work like that. York normally do all right, but did terrible at Ebor week, and Galway normally a little bit more challenging, but had a great Galway this year. So who knows how it's going to go? We don't know. How did we do yesterday? I had it on as 40 on, 24.67 back through the channel account. H put his figures up for 365 and he got £34 back. So I think there's a bit of variance out there depending on which bookies you use, because the downside yesterday was, I think, the day before the prices all shortened. I think yesterday the prices of the horses that did all right, actually some of them went the other way. So we'll talk it through because it was a busy one yesterday. But yeah, got it as a loss. So it's just, yeah, we're missing a shade of luck this week, it feels like. So we are quite a bit down for the week this week. And we've not started September well. I'd say a shade unlucky in places. So it's not been completely disastrous, albeit Friday. Friday probably was. All right, so yesterday we started off here, and then annoyingly, we had a couple of non-runners, and they were some of them on better prices. So Dark Jedi and Straw Man were non-runners, 2 non-placers. So it was a 120 refund on that one. It's really important if you are betting with Sky Bet, you calculate, if you're doing your own profit and loss, your refunds, because it doesn't display them in an obvious way. You have to go into the settled bets and look at it. But that one will come up on kind of settled bets as nothing, but actually if you go into the actual detailed bit of it, it actually tells you there's a refund on there. Then this big bet, it got close. It really got close. So yeah, the first leg, Hot Whispers snagged 6th, which was good for Sky Bet and 365. Then in this one, Too Tempting snagged a place. So we had a couple of nice places on there, and I think some people got 50s in places for Hot Whispers. Too Tempting, I think, was about 18s, 20s in places. Then the 255 horses, they got struck out. I don't know what happened in that Oldborough Cup, like 15 runners down to 6, I think it was. And in the 310, I had 3 horses, 2 of them in this bet, and lo and behold, 2 in this bet didn't do well, and Ropey Guest in the other bet did do. We would have landed a nice little bet there, because with the non-runners it was worth about £25 return if Ropey Guest was in there instead. It wasn't. Now the thing is, when you're not having a good run, you pay a lot more attention to if I'd only done that, and if I'd only done this. And we all can remember the times when we would have won X if that horse had not been beaten by a short head. What you rarely remember is the time you did have a decent win and it was only because of a shorter head. So we remember short heads and what ifs and buts when we don't win. We don't actually remember them. Our brain forgets that fact. When we do have a nice win, we forget actually most of the time it was a pretty close call to win. So yeah, frustrating. We didn't get anything back on that. And here we had Hot Whispers and Ropey Guest for a place double on that one. And then bet 4, nothing, non-runner, nothing. So that was a tiny refund on bet 4. Bet 5 was the one that looked like it was going to do something, and then really frustrating. Hot Whispers placed, Spirituoso went and won, drifted out to 9s. I couldn't believe that. As non-runners as well, and it went into 9-1. That was, yeah, I'd have been very excited at that price of the morning. Then 450 Fond Farewell looked like it was going to do us a favour there and it get a place treble, and then just faded. I think it was 7th and 5th would have paid. And then Wish Me, I'm really not sure what went wrong with that horse, because it was running well, it was up with the pace, and then it just looked like the jockey stopped riding for about 2 furlongs out, and it finished way tailed off last. So I'm sure something must have gone amiss with it, but it was running. It looked like it was running well. So yeah, confusing / slightly frustrating. So it ended up being a place double with the first 2 on that one. Then we had this cross double where we had 2 tempting place. Moon Island, 1 out of the placings with a smidgen. That would have been a really nice little bet to go. But Taipan and Dark Jedi were another on runners. So 2 tempting with a little bit back there. Place single on its own. And then, again, this one started off with Promise, 2 tempting place. Dance Fever didn't. And had we put Ropey Guest in there, again, a different story, but these are the things you have to do sometimes. Harbour Vision looked like it was going to win and got collared late on, and then Asimova ran a really funny race. It was really far out the back and then couldn't make up ground. So it wasn't out the placings by far at all, but it wasn't in them. So it ended up being a place double on that one. And then in the Stratford bet, first one got beaten to second. El Paso Wood won comfortably. Atlantic Storm didn't. So nothing back there. So as I said, 40 on 24.67. So yeah, if we're going to turn this week around, we're going to need something pretty special off these little Yorkie bets today. What have we got? So I've done it as 2 small price lucky 15s and a combination double. So all 4 are the same. These are same races. 220, the Dunkirk Lads. Now I'm taking that one on in that race. It's the only one I'm going with. And the key thing with this horse is to watch. If you're watching the race, it's an habitual slow starter. If you look at his history, it's reared up in the stalls a few times. That's why it's the price it is. Form-wise, it's got form to make the frame. If it gets out on level terms, it actually, really could be the horse to be on. So it's a risky horse, but it was the one that stuck out to me quite some way in terms of value. It's a big price because it is a slow starter. Form-wise, it should be there. Even if it doesn't start well, it's still got a chance of snagging a place. So we are putting our eggs in the Dunkirk Lads basket. Then the 405, I've got a couple here. I'm going with Tomaso in this bet, 22s. The 440, I've got a couple in there. Havana Party, 16s. And then the 515, it wasn't a good one for value as far as I was looking. And I'm just going to go and get frisky on the last leg. And I've put it in both lucky 15s. It's not a big price. I didn't like anything at a price in that race. So for the lucky 15, we've got that as a 12p each way lucky 15. All Sky advisory today because on all of these 4 York races, Sky are one better than everybody. So yeah, it's definitely, if you've got the choice of Sky, it's better with Sky. Outside of that, it was pretty even, to be honest. So Sky, if you've got it. So that's a 12p each way lucky 15. And then the other second lucky 15 is 2 horses the same, 2 horses different. So I'm sticking with the Dunkirk Lads, and then we're going Dance to Paris in leg 2, Highway Grey in leg 3, and Frisky again in leg 4. And that's a 10p each way lucky 15, and I've got a 50p each way single on the Dunkirk Lads. So we're stacked on the Dunkirk Lads. If that places, we're off to a cracking start. If it doesn't, it's not done and dusted for the day, but it's a chink in our armour. And then we roll on to these. So I've got combination doubles on the 2 middle legs. So 405 Tomaso, Dance to Paris, Gadbarn. Going on to, in the 440, Havana Party, Highway Grey. So I've added in Gadbarn for the combination doubles. 6 times 20p each way doubles, 240 a bet. So general speaking, we're on the Dunkirk Lads in the first race. If that goes down, we're then on to this second race. If that goes wrong, then the best we can hope for is one of these 2 with Frisky in the last. So that's the way we're stacked today. As I said, tomorrow, it looks promising at Galway. There's some big handicap fields, so if they hold field sizes, it could be an interesting day at Galway. As far as the golf goes, it's just not gone well. So the only chance really we've got of something is Drysdale and Kieltsen. They're in the mix for places, and that's our best chance of a return in the Trixie bet is getting Drysdale and Kieltsen in the top 3. Overall, there's 8 Danish players left, 8 Scottish players. They got to come top 3. They are competitive enough but we're going to need a little bit of luck on our side to land that. In terms of the outright market, I'm not seeing, unless he has an amazing last 14 holes, McGlotsy making up the ground. And then in the Corn Ferry Championships, they're all made the cut. They all done okay, but none of them are close enough. And Ortiz is not close enough really in the Live Boston. So Kelton and Drysdale this afternoon, getting in the top 3 in their respective categories is our best chance of a return on the golf this week. All right, what we'll flag as well, last thing for this week coming, the schedule's going to be a little bit different on different days. So I'll give you a full breakdown tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'll be back like normal. And then there won't be a Tuesday morning video, so I'll either not do horses for Tuesday, or if they think there's some good stuff, I'll do a Monday night video. So potential for Monday night, and I'll confirm that tomorrow. But no Tuesday morning video, and there'll be no Wednesday morning video either. So no morning video on Tuesday or Wednesday. But there could be a Monday night and there could be a Wednesday night this week. So it could be chucking in a couple of evenings. We'll see how we go. And then rolling into the weekend will be normal. All right. Full update on that tomorrow. I will hope you have a good day. Yesterday I was at a roller skating party, not me. Trying to sneakily watch a couple of races was a bit tricky doing that. So whatever you're doing today, roller skating parties or family barbecues or sitting on your own watching the horse racing, whatever it is, enjoy your day. I will see you in the morning. Thank you very much. Bye bye.